Hey everybody, thank you for tuning back in. Sean Tierney here from Insights, and I wanted to give you an update on the Automation Museum. So let me go over to the computer screen here, and you can see we're still stuck at about 7%. We're at about $200 of our $3,000 goal to get this unit set up, this new nonprofit set up. And a couple things we're doing to drive attention to this, of course, this video. But we're also launching a History of Automation podcast to try to drive awareness to this goal of actually setting up maybe first a virtual museum and then a physical museum. And I got a ton of stuff I want to donate to it. And I really would enjoy having people come in and teaching them what I know, but also learning what they know. And with that in mind, I want to talk about some of the samples that have been sent in over the years. And I've actually told people to kind of keep things in your attic or in your storage unit because I'm just out of space. And when the town comes in here, they want to tax everything they see. You know, it's hard to explain to them that this is a donation or whatever, or it's personal, right? So in any case, I want to share with you this particular unit. Now, I did send the very kind gentleman who sent this in a few years ago. I did send him a message on LinkedIn and to try to get some backstory and learn a little bit more about it. But he must be very busy because I haven't heard back from him. But this is, again, this is not a PLC that I started programming back when I got into this business back in the 90s. I got to make sure I do this correctly here. But this is a really old SyMax, and I'm going to have to put the glasses on. But check this thing out. This is a SyMax demo. I have no idea how old this is. I have no idea what I'm even looking at. But I think it's super cool. You know, Square D PLC, right? And if you guys know anything about this, I'd love to have any links or any literature, PDFs, or anything you have. But this is something I could see that we could restore and set up in the Nonprofit Automation Museum and actually teach people what this unit used to do, how it used to work, and so on and so forth. But it is very reminiscent to the PLC 5, in my opinion, or PLC 2 and 1771. So just one of the very cool things that have been sent here over the years that I would like to get into a real physical museum. And of course the museum would have like computer technology in it. It would have other technologies in it, but the focus here is an automation museum, and that's what we're fundraising for. I think, can I go back to the screen here? Yeah, so if you look here, this is givesendgo.com/automation museum. You can also go to automationmuseum.org and it will transfer here. I don't even have a bank account set up to withdraw this stuff because if we can't reach the goal, then I'll just return everybody's money. But I'm not going to touch any of this money. It's going to go directly into a 501(c) charity fund to set up the organization. So in any case, if you have an extra $20 maybe this week and you're doing good at work and you're interested in industrial automation, which I think you are because you're watching this channel, consider helping us get to that $3,000 so we can actually get the 501(c) set up, and we can start sending, when people send us stuff, we can start sending them official, tax deduction letters and whatnot. I know it differs between where you live and what you're working on, but in any case, I just wanted to share that with you and give you a quick update on how things are going. And keep your eyes out for the new History of Automation podcast that I'm working with a couple of other older guys. And I'm pretty excited to bring that to you. And I think the first episode will be an author who's coming on who talks about the history of Wonderware and Triconics. And then we have somebody coming on that talks about the history of Alan Bradley. And then I want you to come on too. If you're an older folk and you know how to use, or maybe you're younger, but you learn how to use some older stuff, I'd like to get you on, including everybody who's donated. You guys put some great comments in the donations. We'd love to get you guys on as well. But with that, I'm going to wrap up this week's update on the Automation Museum Fund Drive. Really look forward to having you guys join us in this journey to preserve our automation history. And with that, I want to wish you all good health and happiness. And until next time, my friends, peace.